Hey guys, I hope everybody's out there and can hear me. This is Mr. V, and welcome to our second live stream. I appreciate you guys joining us today. Since it looks like we don't have anybody in the live chat just yet, but people are gonna be coming up here pretty soon. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of time here and just adjust some of the stuff that I need to get going here. So as you guys know, today's topic, I kind of want to take a look at just refinancing, and we'll talk a little bit about loan consolidation. We'll talk about filing for bankruptcy. So most importantly, two topics today, debt consolidation and filing for bankruptcy. Should you or should you not do any of those? And if you have to, when should you do it? So in the meantime, I'm just gonna hang out a little bit and give it a few minutes for people to hang in there. There we go. So we got Lisa. Hey, what's up, Bungie? I just got started here. So wow, you are still awake. That's awesome. Wow. What time is it for you right now? Can you say it? Because right now it's about 7:08 Central Time, 7:08 p.m. Central Time. And so, what time is it for you? Hey, what's up, True Financial? Awesome. Oh man, True Financial is just having dinner. Yeah, I just got started. So it's about 7:08 Central Time. So I just got started here, and so I got. Can you guys hear me perfectly? Yeah, just let me know in the chat window if you guys can hear me. Perfect. Yeah, looks like I have a guest here. All right, come here real quick. My little man, it's almost his bad time. So come here. Come say hi. Let's say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, True Financial. Hi, Lisa. Oh, Lisa says she can't hear anything. Can you check your volume? Because Dennis can hear me just fine. So I'm not sure what's going on. Say hi. Say something. Don't eat it. Say hi.
Say hello, Google.
Say hi. All right. Go take a bath. I'll talk to you later. Uh-oh. She doesn't want to go. Go.
Now you're gonna hang out with Daddy. Come here, buddy. Look at this.
All right, Mom. Come get him. I'm getting attacked.
All
right. I'll see you later. Bye. All right. Sorry about that. Lisa, if you can hear me, just let me know. I don't know what's going on. Dennis can hear me just fine. So so basically, I kind of wanted to touch base a little bit about this whole notion of debt consolidation. So when should you do it? And what are some of the implications of consolidating your debt? So I want us to just have a great conversation about that. And Lisa, please just let me know, if you can actually hear me. You seem to be having problems hearing me, so I log out and log back in. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, so Lisa can hear me. That's cool. Yeah, so basically today I want us to look at debt consolidation. So two things. We'll look at debt consolidation and touch a little bit on filing for bankruptcy. The B word, bankruptcy, is something that it's people don't really like to talk about. But at what point should you consider start filing for bankruptcy? So those are some of the things we'll talk about today. So debt consolidation is pretty much like you're refinancing your debt. So you bring every debt that you have together. It could be your credit card or student loans. You can consolidate those into um, one loan or one debt, you can call it. Then you make a monthly payment. So, oh yeah, hey, sorry, sir, that's perfect. Go get some food, man. Go eat. That's very important. Appreciate you stopping by. Go get something to eat. Yeah, so yeah, debt consolidation, people, you take multiple loans or multiple debt, put them together under one lump sum, and then you start making payments. So one or two things can happen here. You can either get a lower interest rate when you consolidate all your debt. In some cases, you don't get a lower interest rate, but what you get is just this whole idea of, instead of you making payments in like five different creditors, you now make it just you just make a payment to one person, so it's easy for you to manage your payment. So that's one of the key things that I see with debt consolidation. And so I know for sure a lot of people would consolidate student loans or credit card debt. So if you have multiple credit cards and you're looking at ways to kind of consolidate, there's options out there, or third parties that would tell you that they'll do the consolidation for you and maybe for a fee. And some, they'll just do it for free. They don't really have to, you don't have to pay them anything, but I think they get a commission from those different creditors. So that's, and so right now, what are some of the things that would make you want to consolidate your debt? Like I said, the first one that I come up mind would be just management. So if you have debt that you're making like 5 or 6 payments every month to different creditors, that's a lot of things to manage. So if you can just take a step back, focus, and just do one payment because you consolidated everything, that's good. But the downside here is that usually you get like an extended period of payment. So your repayment terms get extended. And so do you want to like really stick around and pay your debt for that long? So the question will be up to you. So deciding on how to go about it, it's really key. Lisa, is that something that you've actually seen people do with I mean around you, friends or family actually do debt consolidation? Hey, what's up, Suzanne? Yeah, hey, I appreciate you joining in today. Yeah, so we- we're just talking about debt consolidation. Like, at what point should you consider doing it? And then on the later part of the live stream, we're going to talk a little bit about filing for bankruptcy. When should you consider filing for bankruptcy? So, if any of you guys have any experience with debt consolidation or filing for bankruptcy, let me know. Definitely, I want to hear. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section or in the live chat. So yeah, definitely let me know. So just walking through it, if you consolidate your debt, like I said, benefit is that you get just one payment. So you make a payment every month just to one creditor. You don't have to worry about keeping track of 5, 6, 7, or in some cases even 10 different creditors. So now you can focus, spend your time doing other things as opposed to jumping from one browser to another to make a payment or writing a check to 10 different creditors. So yeah, that's something that you want to take a look at. So Lisa said, I think there are great idea for people who are dealing with crippling debt. Yes, that is a good point. Yeah, for somebody that is struggling, that would be something that they can actually consider. Yeah, but even if you're struggling, before you consider doing consolidation, I always advise that you make sure that the terms of the debt consolidation work in your favor. Usually, make sure that if you're using a third party to do the consolidation, they are working in your favor. there's this term called fiduciary. So fiduciary is that any person or doing any financial kind of advice, they have to put your interest, you, the client, they have to put your interest first before anything. So if they are not doing that, they only care. The bottom line is that they care about making some extra cash or making money off of the interest that you're going to pay. That's a big issue. So that's something you want to look at. And debt consolidation doesn't mean that they eliminate your debt. It's not the same thing like debt forgiveness, because some people get confused or people that don't know it. So you have to be very, very careful that you're going in knowing fully well that no, all your debt is still there. All they've done is that they just give you one portal, one access to pay it. So that's something that you want to be aware of. Distinguish between debt elimination and debt consolidation, and that's something because some people might scam you and say they're going to do debt elimination. Again, this is going back to people using third-party resource to try to consolidate their debt. Make sure that you read the fine print. They're not actually coming to just help you. Some might come to scam you and tell that they're going to eliminate your debt, but end up, consolidating the debt, and then you sit there. Before you know it, they ruin your credit and do a lot of damage to you. So just something that you want to be aware of. Lisa said, "I would recommend that the person uses a debt management charity with low fees rather than a company trying to make money." That is a valid point, Lisa. And again, that's where the whole notion of you doing your research comes into play. So you want to make sure that you actually do your proper research. Like Lisa mentioned, if you can talk to charities, because they're they're nonprofit, so they don't really have any incentive to try to sell you a product that wouldn't work. So, and that's a really valid point. Find people that are not, their motivation is not just money. The motivation is actually helping you get rid of or help you manage your debt better. So that's something that you want to really take a look at. So after consolidation, you start making these payments. It's going to be a little bit longer, but you still have the option to make extra payments if you so choose to, so that you can pay off the debt. Again, this is something that would be in the fine prints of the documents you sign with these people. If they say you cannot make extra payments, because the whole idea is that they want to get as much money from you, or as much interest as possible from you. So yeah, definitely make sure you read the fine print, which is kind of, if you look at it, like somebody, yeah, they'll consolidate your loan and then tell you that you have a particular period that you have to keep making. So even if you won the lottery and you wanted to pay, they'll still do, if you want to do a lump sum payment, they'll still do the math and just at the interest of the period that you had and you have to pay. So, which is, yeah, that to me, that's not good. So just something to uh, have in mind. So now, then the next phase, the next thing I want to look at too is filing for bankruptcy, because like I said, it's the B word, and a lot of people get scared about the B word. So at what point do you consider filing for bankruptcy? So just a quick note. So one of the things, I set up this live stream. So I actually had a scheduled live stream, and for some reason, which is exactly what happened last week, but so I really need to get to the bottom, is for some reason the scheduled live stream still doesn't really work. So I just started this straight up. It's just like, hey, just went in there. And so I hope people are not sitting on the other live stream, hoping that one should start. I hope they can hop on this one. So back to bankruptcy. So you go through life, you have incidents that you didn't really prepare for or you didn't see coming. And when I say serious incidents, will be a lot of medical issues. Just imagine that you have your savings, emergency fund, and everything, and then God forbid you have something like cancer, and that drains everything that you have. And the next, not just drain it, but push you into so much debt. And you're looking at yourself like, hey, you're sitting maybe 100, 200,000 or $300,000 in debt. And if you wanted to do a payment on that, it's probably going to take you 30 years, or because that's pretty much a mortgage. It's going to take you over 30 years to pay. So should you cut your losses, or should you, try to keep paying it? That's where the whole notion of your personal belief and the way you look at things comes into play. Some people feel bad to do bankruptcy, like they just don't think that it's right. And the question I usually ask is, in um, um Susan and Lisa, if you guys can chime in. I always ask somebody like, hey, yeah, you feel bad about it. These laws were put in place for a reason. And if you are strapped with money and you can barely make ends meet because you got sick and had to go into debt to try to get better and get back on track, wouldn't it be the right thing for you to look and say, okay, you are barely making payments on this debt. You cannot save for retirement. You cannot do anything. Pretty much your life is at a standstill in terms of your finances because you cannot move forward. Is it advisable at that point that you can consider filing for bankruptcy? I want to hear from you guys. So let me know what you guys think about that. The Susan said I got out of debt before Dave or Omer. Okay, yeah. So Susie Omer, I took a loan and took 3 years on a low income. I met the debt, and I was responsible for it. I took a loan. Yeah. So that is so Susan, that's perfect. So if you took a loan to do, maybe I don't know what you did with the loan, but if it was a loan that you took for a particular purpose, let's say you bought a house, you bought a car, or you paid for your kids to go to college, or I mean some stuff, that's I mean like that's usually debt that I consider, your responsibility. But if you got slammed because you got sick, because nobody gets up in the morning and stretch and be like, "Oh, I feel like I want to get sick today," right? Nobody, you don't even plan for that. 3 years to pay off debt. Wow, that's really really awesome. Yeah, I think you mentioned that in one of your comments, about paying off your debt, which is that is so good. Especially like you mentioned, on a low income, that's where discipline comes into play because you have to have a really disciplined budget to make it work. Or you want to keep crushing the debt, but at the same time, you still have your life. You want to still be able to enjoy your life. So that's wow. That is something really, really cool just to hear that you went through this process, and now what does it feel like when you're debt free? Lisa just chimed in. If used for a valid reason, such as your example, yep, something happening out of your control, yeah, rather than irresponsible spending, I'll definitely file bankruptcy. Rather than yes, that is true. So that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. If you go into debt because you something that you cannot really control, yeah, so I would consider it. Um, I don't know about in the UK, Lisa, but here in the States, the lawyers that help you file for bankruptcy, they are expensive. I don't know why, because I'm thinking to myself like the reason why you're going to them is because you're trying to get, I mean, you're getting out of debt, but yet they're charging you some ridiculous amount of money. And if that's the case, some of the creditors can be like, if you have X amount to pay a lawyer, why don't you just give that to me and then see how we can do to get the rest of the debt, taken care of. So just that's just my personal take. Because I don't know why lawyers are super expensive when it comes to filing for debt. So Susan said, my thinking is, why save for 5% when interest on Visa is 23%? That is another that's another good point. Hey, hey, what's up, Gus? Get Smart University. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you joining in. Yeah. So if you're just joining in, we just gonna touch on two things today. We'll touch debt consolidation and filing for bankruptcy. So when should you start considering consolidating your debt, and under what circumstance would you file for bankruptcy? So I kind of mentioned for bankruptcy, if you get like Medicare debt that you didn't really plan for, and it's like really ruining your financial future, that's something that you would consider. So I appreciate if you can chime in. Yeah. So the other thing that I was actually mentioning about, so Susan, you talked about, yeah, saving and getting 5% interest while you're paying 15%, 23% on your credit card. That is something that I see people do a lot, which is really, really surprising. And each time I see somebody do that, I kind of take a step back. I'm like, well, this person doesn't really know what they're doing, because if you run the numbers, at the end of the month, you're losing money. If you're getting 5% on the money that's sitting in your savings account, uh, and then you're paying 23% on your credit card, it just doesn't add up. Like, I don't even see how the math can possibly be correct. So some people feel comfortable, which is just a mindset, that they have this money in their bank account. So should anything happen, they're covered. So that's how, because I've spoken to a few people that have money in your savings account, but yet pay some ridiculous amount of interest on their credit card. And so the whole thing is, well, I have the money in the savings account, and if anything would happen, I can always fall back on that money. So, and it doesn't make sense to me. And I try to do the math and show them why you're losing money every month if you go that route. Yes, you might take the risk of losing money, or not having money in your savings account. But at the end of the day, you have to take one step, just that risk. And the only time you have zero money in your savings account would be the day you make that payment. Because after that, if you've been putting money in your savings account, the next paycheck that comes in, you have some money to put in your savings account. So let me see. Lisa says, I'm researching bankruptcy for next week blog post. Perfect. But as far as I'm aware, bankruptcy isn't expensive here in the UK. Oh, okay, that's good. I get back to you on that once I'm done. Yeah, I've done my research. Perfect. I appreciate that, Lisa. I'm looking forward to that blog post, because that'll be something to just kind of see how you guys do it in the UK. So, and Susan says, I have no college. I made paying debt a game. Couponing, rebates, not buying. That's awesome. It's like eating sticky food. I see, finish the meal and then wash your hands and start cleaning it. Susan, like, I love the way I enjoy your take on a lot of these topics, because like it's just straight up. Um, like I mentioned last week, I don't know if you guys were there. I mentioned this book that I've actually read over and over again. The Index Card, you know, just trying to simplify. Is by Helene Olin. I can put it in the description below after this live stream. Just understanding the basics of personal finance, like, it's not magic, and it doesn't have to be that complicated. Like Susan mentioned, doing the basic things, like take care of one thing, get it done, and move on, as opposed to trying to string a lot of things along with you, and and end up not getting it done the right way. So just something to consider. So that's a really valid point. But looking back again, like I mentioned, with bankruptcy, um, people I know people here in the US that says under no circumstances would they file for bankruptcy. A lot of people, they've mentioned that to me, and the sole reason is just because they said it's their pride. They feel like, hey, if they spend the money, they're obligated to pay the money. So I'm like, well, that's cool. But if you look back, for those of you guys that know and have read about Dave Ramsey, and there's a lot of people that follow him, um, Dave Ramsey got to where he is today because he filed for bankruptcy. So, and I'm thinking to myself, like, if you're following his steps and learning from him, and that's how he got himself out of debt. And the bankruptcy that he did wasn't a bankruptcy like, hey, Medicare or something. His was, he took money, invested in real estate, and things went south, like south, and so he filed for bankruptcy, got himself out, learned from that mistake, started a business, and today he is a millionaire. So that's something that you would consider, because instead of you spending all that time, use the laws that are in place to kind of help you um, move forward with your finances. So Get Smart University, man. Like, I want you to chime in. What's your take on um, filing for bankruptcy? Under what circumstance do you see would be the right time, or would you even consider filing at all? Just some, yeah, yeah. I want to hear from you. Just let me know what you think about it. Um, so Bugging. I mean, okay, not anymore. So I might more. Okay, yeah. So I'm just reading the comments. So if you see me looking, I'm actually looking at the comments. Make sure that we're not missing anything. Yeah. So, uh, just quick note. Yeah. So Lisa has a personal finance blog that she runs and posts content there. So if you don't mind, Lisa, you can share the link so that people can check it out. Like I always said, knowledge. The more knowledge you get, the better for you. You're better prepared. You might not use the knowledge today, but down the road it would come in handy. So yeah. So if you want to share it, people can definitely take a look at. So yeah. So I think, yeah, to me, those are my take on those two things. The first one was debt consolidation. It's something that you can consider, but make sure you do your homework. Um, benefit is that you make one payment. You don't have to worry about writing checks to maybe 5 or 6 different creditors. Your interest rate might be reduced based on the terms of the consolidation, and which is good. Downside is that in some cases your repayment period would be extended, so you have to pay more. You have more of a longer period to do the payment. And watch out for scammers, because some people might get you confused between just consolidation and elimination. So watch out for scammers. That's a bad thing to do. And then filing for bankruptcy, you have to look at your personal situation. And my personal take is that if you took um, you know, money and went on vacation, bought a big house, drive fancy cars, and live a life that you didn't really have the money to enjoy, and you just choose to enjoy it because you wanted to borrow money. Yeah, by all means, you have to pay. But if you find yourself in a situation where you were sick and had to take a loan to pay your hospital bills and just survive as humans, just get yourself back on track. And and if it's overwhelming, you cannot pay that money. You're looking like 15, 20, 25 years to even be able to make that payment. If you have a good job and you can make enough money to pay that, and then still be able to save money and live a good life, by all means, go ahead and do it. But if not, I'd say consider it. I know, like I said, there's two school of thought here. Some people say morally, I don't really want to do it, and others like, it's the law. I'm just using what the law has given me. I'm not breaking any laws. So it'd be something that you can sit and decide. If you're a family person, you can talk it out with your family and see how that goes. So let's just say YouTube wouldn't let me post it. Oh, okay. So I guess the best way to do it, if you want to do it, is you just put the name of the blog and then spell dot, as opposed to putting the .com. Just spell dot, like DOT, and then com at the end. So it's just like 3 separate words. So name of the blog, space DOT, space COM. I think that's the best way you can. Otherwise, yeah, YouTube, yeah, definitely wouldn't let you. Oh, I guess it seems username on YouTube, but with a .com on the end. Perfect. Yeah, she's already talking about it. Perfect. Yeah. Um, yes, morally, it's better to pay in those circumstances. Yep. That's that's when you look at yourself and say, I would pay because I use it to go out, and because otherwise, what stops you from just borrowing money now, going out and just having fun and doing whatever you want to do, and then turn around tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm broke. I want to pay. I want to file for bankruptcy. yeah, most people would do that if given the opportunity. So that's something that, and we can sit here and even talk about morality. Why some people don't even care. They don't care about morals. Like they just all about their ego. They just want to do everything for themselves, and that's it. So, Lisa said, "Try that. I think my comment made it clear. Hopefully, okay, okay, awesome. Yeah, no problem. Hopefully, yeah, everybody can actually get it. But otherwise, I'll probably even I can include it into the description of this live stream once it's done, or we can actually people can actually check it out. So yeah, it's always fun. Like to me, it's always fun to have different ideas, learn from different people, just read different content. It's always a good thing. So yeah, the budgeteer. Thank you so much for hopping in. Yeah, I can't believe that it's um I don't know what time it is in the UK now, but hang on, let me see. It's probably like 2:30, I think. Yeah, wow, I can't believe you're still up. Yeah, no, this is yeah. So this is something that 1:30, perfect. This is something that people do and get in trouble. And so, hey, just I mentioned about Dave Ramsey filing for bankruptcy. Um, I think I need to finish that story. So, when he filed for bankruptcy, went out, learned from his mistakes, started his business, started making money, and made millions of dollars. He went back and paid those creditors, even though he had filed for bankruptcy. But he still went back and wrote them a check. So not everybody ends up in his situation, making millions of dollars. So you can go back and pay your creditors. But I think he did the right thing because no, he took the money to do a business and it failed miserably. So when he made millions from another business, he went back and paid it. So that is, I mean, that's somebody that has some morality, and he thought, now that I have the money, it's my obligation to go back and pay. Um, yeah, how many people would do that? I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it's an amazing story, Lisa. Yeah, it's something. So a lot of people would not even think about it; they would just move on. They had filed bankruptcy, and that's moving forward. So yeah. If you guys have any questions, or from my perspective, those are the two that I have. And if not, I'll just kind of give it a little bit here. See, for some reason, I need to figure out exactly why when I schedule a live stream, I can't start that particular live stream because I have to start like a brand new live stream. So um, I don't know why. So I'm just hoping that people are not waiting on the other live stream because I had a lot of people were looking forward to this live stream and I don't see them. So hopefully they're not sitting in the other live stream waiting for me. Because usually you have to refresh your screen. It will tell you that I'm live. So hopefully that's not the case. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it for this particular live stream today. If you guys don't or any thoughts or something, yeah, if you guys have any ideas or something that you think that would help somebody, yeah, just gonna pop it there in their live chat and I'll just read it out so somebody that watches this later can actually benefit from it. So Lisa said, would those people be on Facebook for you to let them know? Good question. I don't know, and that's the one thing I didn't do. I probably should have made this clear on Facebook that I'm actually on another live stream. So I don't know for sure. But anyways, even if for somebody that missed, this live stream is I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel so people can still watch it. So yeah, we'll see. I'll just post it there. So people can still go back and watch it. But the fun is usually having people interact and just have questions. So yeah. So Susan, the goal is for my live streams. The goal is that I'm gonna try to do one live stream every Friday, and I'm gonna do a better job at actually letting people know that I'm gonna be live because I don't think that I did a good job letting people know. So yeah, every Friday, 7 p.m. Yeah, Central Time. Yeah, we can out here and just kind of go through certain topics, and so kind of learn from each other. I saw a topic and talk about it. And so, like next week, I might be talking about should you or should you not pay for your kids' college tuition. So I'm gonna go in depth. I have a video on my channel that I talked about that, but it'll be something that I want to talk on live stream so we can actually kind of see what people have, what different ideas people have, for paying for your kids' college tuition or not. So yeah, so that would be next week topic. So I hope you guys can jump in. And on my part, I'll do a better job actually making sure that people know exactly when the live stream is going to be. I'm going to make sure because I didn't even say anything on Facebook about this live stream. Yeah, that's not really good on my part. That was some sloppy work there. So I'm gonna make sure on Facebook and on Instagram that people should know. I think I did kind of like an Instagram story, but not really anything beyond that. So that's all I did. So thank you, Sandra. I appreciate the help and the support. You guys are wonderful. Just hanging out with me for a good 36 minutes. That no, that's something that I just cannot say thank you enough. So yeah, but if you guys have any topics that you guys want me to cover on live streams too, that's something that I'm open to. So it's not like, hey, just me, because these topics are things that when I'm sitting there in my head, I'm thinking like, hey, this is how I see it. But it's good to have this conversation, like, hey, us going back and forth, just exchanging ideas, which is really good. Thank you, Lisa. I know it's hard. I think that I need to do a better job, but I have I have a full time job that I'm doing. I have our YouTuber I'm working on, and then all the whole social media thing. So it's like, then I have a family here at home. I think you guys, Lisa, I don't know, you saw my wife and son. I don't know if yes, Susan, I think you were just a little bit late to the party, but yeah. So all that stuff, just trying to get it work. I hate making excuses, so that's the reason why I'm hard on myself. I'm thinking like maybe the 5 minutes that I spend, just going through, you know, stuff on Instagram, I could have been doing something productive. So usually I try to make sure that I use every minute productively as I can. So yeah, so next week, what should you or should you not pay for your kids' college tuition? And so that's what we're going to cover, talk a little bit, ask some questions, and just dive in and get some feedback. So I'm going to set up that live stream. I'm going to schedule it, make sure I let people know exactly when and when we're going to be here, And so hopefully next week, hey guys, grab your coffee mugs, and yeah, it's going to be a party. If you're a tea drinker, grab your tea. I know Lisa drinks tea, so yeah, we're just going to hang out, same thing, and just talk. Um, yeah, for some reason, I'm seeing like 4 people on the live stream, but so far, it's just yeah, it's like 2 people out there that are not in the comments. So the valid reasons you to enjoy your family this weekend. Thank you so much. I don't think I'm a great YouTuber yet. I am just trying every day. It's a learning process. Still trying to learn the ins and outs and how to grow and be an excellent YouTuber. So yeah, that's my goal. I hope to really learn and get this channel to the point where I hope that it can keep producing and giving value to people. When somebody comes in and spend your precious time, I want them to get some value out of it. So Get Smart University. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. You're crushing it too. You're crushing it. Oh, by the way, Get Smart University. Yeah, we got to talk, man. Because I need you. I want to get you on the debt free conversation. So you got a good story there. So if I can get you so you can share it. Lisa, her story is out there. People are listening to it. I'm gonna get. I caught we had a conversation the other day, so I'm gonna get that ready for you and post it so people can actually learn how Lisa got out of debt. Susan, I don't know. I think I mentioned it in one of the comments. If you are interested in sharing your story, let me know. Like I said, the more we know, the better. And just keep learning from other people. That's my whole idea. This whole world of personal finance or managing your money, there is not really one blueprint that works for everybody. So you figure out what works for you, take it, run with it, and crush the debt. So that's something we need to do. Yeah, yeah. Or yeah, Get Smart University. It's yeah, that's just another debt crusher. Somebody that's been out there crushing it and doing the right thing. So yeah, I just love this community. You guys are it just every day, like you, when you read comments, you talk to people, you hear these different stories how people crush debt. Like, ooh, it's exciting. So yeah, that's why every day when I see, I put my keep crushing that dead t-shirt on. Is like, yes, that's the way people are supposed to be thinking on a daily basis. So yeah, awesome. Yeah. So if there's no questions, we're just gonna kind of wrap up here. I want to keep you guys too long. Um, and so before I even go, just from you guys, what would be an ideal uh, length for live stream? Because last week live stream, we had about 15 people, so it went for it was like 2 hours. You would not believe it, because we just asking questions back and forth, and people were talking, and so we went for like 2 hours. But if no, just out of curiosity, what would be an ideal length of live stream that would be comfortable for you guys? So this is me just trying to get some input. Yeah. So yeah, if you can, yeah, if you guys can let me know that. Okay. At least it's an hour. Perfect. That is exactly what I had in mind. So I concur with you there. So that's awesome. An hour is perfect. Awesome. Yeah. So the whole idea is I'll prepare a topic and talk for maybe 15 minutes or so, 15 or 20 minutes. And then so we have 40 minutes to kind of go back and forth and exchange ideas. So yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I appreciate the input. Yeah, that means a lot. So, all right, money geeks. I guess yeah, we come to the end of this live stream. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It was a blast, and I want us to keep doing this every Friday, 7 p.m. Central. Get together, and the one thing that I didn't mention that I'm going to be doing too is it's not just at some point it's not going to be just me. I'm going to start selecting one of you guys to join me on the live stream. So I'll actually do a video chat and then we'll live stream it. So you'll be live too. People can ask you questions. So that's something that's coming up. So it could be you, Lisa. It could be you, Get Smart University. It could be you, Susan. So any of you guys out there, anybody that's willing to get in front of the camera and we'll do a live stream like this, that would be perfect. And so that's the reason why I keep saying I need to do a better job and let people know exactly when I'm going to be live streaming so people can hop in and ask questions. So that's something that's in the pipeline. So awesome. Lisa signed up already. Perfect. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So that's something that's going to be coming up. So I'm actually trying to get this set up for that. I'll test it, and if it works the way I would expect it, if the quality is good, and then I'll start scheduling people so that will appear live. So instead of just me on the screen talking, asking questions, and so we'll pick topics just like we did today, go through them, and I'll probably ask a few questions to the whoever this viewer is, and I'll let people in live stream do it too. All right, Susan, thank you so much. Appreciate the love and support, and until next Friday, you guys go out there and keep crushing that debt and stay out of trouble. Love you guys. Bye.